guys, welcome back to Til Vac Do Us Part. Today I'm going to be sharing kind of like a get it all done video. I got lots of things I need to get finished up here around the house and I thought I'd take you guys along with me. But first we're going to be starting off in the kitchen because I was about to start a crock pot dinner for tonight and you guys are always begging me to cook for you guys, so we're going to start right here. So if you're new, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below and let's get straight into today's video. Okay, so here is everything you're gonna need. You're gonna need meatballs. I went ahead and grabbed the family size just so we'd have a lot of leftovers to eat tomorrow and like the next day if we need it. It calls for grape jam. If you have jelly, that works fine too. I use whatever I have on hand. And then barbecue sauce. This is the one I picked up, but I've mixed it and matched it, you know, with all different flavors before. It turns out great no matter what. So if you have a normal size bag, you'll just do 1 cup of each of these. I'm going to do it just a tad bit more since this is like the family size bag. But all you do is throw it into the pot and it's either 4 hours on low or 2 hours on high. And then if you're wondering what I'm going to pair it with tonight before dinner, I just like to get these Bob Evans mashed potatoes. And then of course just a steamed broccoli. I can just throw that in the microwave so it's nice and easy. This is a super quick meal. If you guys have been around for a while, you guys know that's the only way I'm cooking. If you want a meal from scratch, this is not your channel. If you're needing just a fast and simple meal, I'm your girl. So let's go ahead and get all this stuff going.
It's easy to speak out about the way I live, but it's a 24-karat dream. No supermodel in my dirty jeans.
This meal is a very adjustable without like messing it up. I feel like I appreciate those meals. So if you're single and stuck at home and you don't need a big family size bag, you can buy the smaller bag, or you can also just use half the bag and save it for another time. So you're gonna see me just go ahead and dump all those meatballs in, and now I'm gonna start measuring out the jam and the barbecue sauce. So on a normal size bag, like I mentioned, you would just need 1 cup full, but since I did a family size, you're gonna see me do like an extra scoop or an extra like glob of it, but you seriously cannot mess this up. If I can make it, anybody can make it.
It's trouble in your mind how I spend my time, but it's a 24-hour streak. Wasting all your thoughts just to criticize, but there are plenty more ways to think. I'm not pretending, I'm more like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They calling me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman. Calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman.
So that is it. It's just 3 ingredients. It's the meatballs, the jam or jelly, whatever you have, and then barbecue sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of mix it all together so it's not just like all in one pile. And then I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to turn mine on low because I have the time. But like I said, if you need it within a few hours, just turn it on high and it's good to go. I like to set it on my stove. I don't know why I do that. I think just because it gets hot. You definitely don't have to, but I've just always done that. Now I'm going to go ahead and rinse out all of my stuff. I like to clean immediately. I don't like things to set out. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse all like the sauce and the jelly and the jam off of it. And then when I went to load my dishwasher, I realized it was full. So I'm going to unload this real quickly.
You're calling me a mad woman. Boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman.
So if you guys know me at all, you guys know I do not enjoy cooking. I do not like to cook. and we've been having to cook a lot more at home since we're all kind of stuck in, and I will say we have to do so many more dishes now. So it's just kind of that ripple effect of like when we're eating out, there's no dishes, and so I can appreciate that so much. So it has just been like a daily thing where we used to go a few days without having to run the dishwasher. I feel like I'm running it every single day, and I'm definitely making sure it's a full load before I run it, just because I'm trying to conserve on like our dishwashing tablets just in case I can't find them one day. So it's just been funny to see the different changes of just being stuck in.
With you, I'm walking on air, and every day, every way, I feel I can't lose. I wanna shout it.
Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and hand wash my pots and pans. I will occasionally put these in the dishwasher. I know you're technically not supposed to, but if I have the time, I like to go ahead and hand wash them. They're a really nice set, and we actually got a really good deal on them. I get asked about them all the time. They're from Macy's, and like originally they're like $300, but I got them on Black Friday for like $75. But they were just really hard to find, and I feel like they're always sold out, so I'm trying to take better care of these since I love them so much more than my last set. I love that they match my kitchen perfectly, so anytime I have the opportunity, which is most times now since we're all stuck in, I go ahead and just give them a hand wash so I don't have to put them in the dishwasher. And then I also wanted to let you know you're about to see a clip of my slippers, and I always get tons of questions about those. I love them. I have them in all sorts of colors, and they're on Amazon, so I have my link down below in my description box, and you can click on that, and they're in my store, and like I said, they come in all sorts of colors. Now I'm gonna go ahead and wash this paintbrush out. I had done some painting over on my other channel, so if you haven't seen that video, go back. It's like home projects, and you can see what I was working on, but I just let this soak overnight. That's typically how I do it, and then I rinse as much paint out as that I can, and then you'll just see me use dish soap, and I'll scrub some more out, and it always holds up. I can use them probably 5 to 10 times before I have to get a new one, but you do have to be good about washing it out. So once I'm finished rinsing it all out, I like to just wrap it up in a napkin and then stick it in that cup. That's always how I store it out of my garage, and I never have any issues with them, so that's how I wash all my paintbrushes. Now I'm going to go ahead and just dry everything off. Some of the black paint splattered, and so I'm just going to clean off my bottle and everything around the sink. Okay, so I got dinner started for this evening, which feels really good. I got the dishwasher unloaded. I put everything that was the sink back into the dishwasher. I got to clean out my paintbrush from doing a DIY project, but something I need to clean the rest of this kitchen. Like, it's dirty. We've had breakfast and lunch in here, but first I keep forgetting to sanitize like our food storage containers right there. I did a whole disinfectant clean with me, and I had that on the list and forgot to do it, and every night I go to bed, I'm like, I still didn't do it. So I remembered it. So we're gonna start by sanitizing those, and then I'll finish working on the rest of the kitchen.
You know the drama is never ending. Don't let it get the best of you. And all the fake friends just keep pretending. That's how the little things get you.
So I hadn't realized that these cabinets were actually getting dusty, which makes total sense, but I just hadn't pulled everything out in a while, so I went ahead and like dusted it first, and then I went ahead and grabbed my wipes, and I decided to even disinfect the shelves themselves, but it's definitely smart to like dry dust first, otherwise it's going to get all clumpy with your wet rag. And then I'm just going to go through each container and wipe all the way around it, like where I would put my hand to grab it if it doesn't have the lid, and then the ones that have the lid, I even pop the little notch open and clean all through that just to make sure they're nice and clean, because like I mentioned before, I just haven't had time to do these yet. as you can see, I'm just gonna go shelf by shelf. I feel like that's easiest on something like this. When you have a lot of containers, it's easy to think, oh, you're gonna remember where they go, but as you start to put them back, you don't know how they fit best and where the food was, and I like to keep things as simple as possible right now. So like I said, I'm just gonna go shelf by shelf and then wipe everything down and then put it back up.
So keep on dancing, baby.
Since I'm so short, I had to grab a chair for this top shelf up here, and I thought it was easiest just to go ahead and stand up there. So you're going to see me pull everything out. I'm going to do the same order. I'm going to kind of wipe it out real quickly and then sanitize it, and then I'm just going to stay standing there and wipe off each item as I put it back so I don't have to keep getting up and down.
Getting caught in the storm. Do you remember? I told you if we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby.
Okay, now I'm going to finish just like tidying up my kitchen. So right now I'm just using my Jaws granite top cleaner. I'm not using a disinfectant every time I clean my house. So if we're not leaving and if things aren't coming in, I like to disinfect, you know, at least once a day or twice a day or at different times if I feel like it's needed. But if it's just because we've been in there eating and there's crumbs on it, I feel comfortable enough just using my normal non-toxic products. So you're going to see me use my Jaws and a rag, and I'm going to go ahead and wipe down all my countertops.
Forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head is me and you. Both speeding, my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it.
Okay, now I'm going to grab my Jaws wood cleaner and I'm going to head on over into my dining room to wipe down my table. This is the same thing. I like to sanitize it once a day, but if we've just been eating at it and it's just crumbs and we're not sick, I feel comfortable just using my wood cleaner to get it nice and clean and shiny again. So I'm just going to wipe this down and get it cleaned up from breakfast and lunch. Okay, now my dining room and kitchen is picked up, so I'm gonna head on to my living room now.
Without regrets, girl, put your faith in me, even though we just met. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head.
Now I'm going to work on my sofa, but I'm not going to do a lot to it. I'm going to go ahead and leave that cushion down and a blanket. That's where George lays, and it keeps it from like flattening my cushion. And he's been up there a lot lately just because a lot of our neighbors are taking walks now that everybody's home. So I'm just going to make do with what I can, but most of those blankets are going to stay out just because it protects my sofa right now, and we're just here hanging out. If you can tell, Tiger hasn't been feeling very well. He's just kind of down there laying in bed. He kind of goes through times like this where I can just tell he's a little off. So you'll be able to tell in this video. He gets up with the vacuum here in a little bit, but doesn't do a lot. So we just kind of let him rest, and I bring his bed in there just so he can feel nice and cozy and comfy in our living room. But now I'm going to go ahead and work over here by the TV, and I wanted to go ahead and get my diffuser started. I love having this for smell in our house, and I've mentioned it before. It keeps me from like getting my headaches. which I currently have one this day, but when I want my house to smell good, I definitely cannot light a candle, especially if I already have a headache, because it would only make it worse.
So you think you were right? Bring it on, prove me wrong. Go put up a fight. The where do will knock you down. You know there's an ocean between us. Don't cry about it. Don't cry about it. You want me to take you in my trust.
Now I'm going to go ahead and vacuum our dining rug as well. I feel like it gets just kind of dirty in here with the boys running in and out, and then especially after I clean my table and crumbs have went on the floor, I like to just give it a good vacuum. Plus the floors just needed it in general. I didn't do it the night before because we had all went to bed and crashed from like playing outside because it had been a gorgeous day, and this particular day it was pretty just rainy outside, so we were just stuck inside. So I just wanted to get the house nice and clean just so we could relax and enjoy it the rest of the day.
Way up in the clouds. The where do will knock you down. You know there's an ocean between us.
Now I'm going to head back into my laundry room, and I like to hang up my vacuum when I'm finished just so it's ready to go and fully charged the next time I need it. I've never had any issues with my LG vacuum. The battery life is amazing. Plus it comes with a spare battery. But I was doing her sheets because she had brought them into me because it was the day to get her bedding done. But I have not been doing any small loads. I feel like if I'm going to do laundry, I want it to be as full as possible so I'm not wasting any of the detergent just because everything is so sparse right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just get her laundry going.
Give it up. You got to give it up. Give it up. No. Give it up. Give it up.
Okay, so now we're gonna head on into my beauty room in here. It just needs to be kind of tidied up from getting ready and getting dressed. I've slowly been switching over my closet and pulling out like all my shorts and tank tops that need to be hung up. So I'm gonna work on that. So let's kind of speed clean this room now. Okay, I thought I'd show you real fast just kind of how my closet is still set up. This is still all my purses over here. So if you can tell, I'm more of like a fall and winter girl when I buy clothes. I don't have a ton of summer and spring, so I'm gonna have to get a few more pieces. I do this every summer. But just so you guys can kind of see this side, this is all my black yoga pants. This is all my yoga pants that have like a design on them or pattern. These are jeans. These are the shorts, like more of like dressy style shorts. And then up here, I'll show you in this. These are kind of hard to keep folded, so I keep them in a bin, but they're just more of like my casual shorts to wear around, you can see, and I just keep them in a bin up here. They used to be in that dresser that was once in our bedroom, but now it's in our living room. It's like our TV stand, so I wanted to show you how I was pulling it out in here. And then I hung up a few tank tops that I had from last summer that had been in with the shorts, but I'm definitely gonna have to go, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go online and shop for some summer clothes. Now I'm going to head over by my vanity and just kind of tidy it up. I always have a few things out because I do get ready every single day, and I like to leave my straightener or curling iron out until it's completely cool because I don't want to put it into my drawer hot. That would not be good. And then I just have a few things to tidy up over by my desk. Typically this room stays pretty clean. Every room stays pretty clean in my house, but if you'll just tidy as you go, then it's just a few minutes to clean up versus if I let it go day by day by day. a lot more things would be out and then it would take me longer to clean. But if I'll just spend, you know, 5 minutes in each room, then they stay clean and it's never like super hard work. And then I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum my floors real quickly. And then once I heard that my washer was done running, I went ahead and went in there to go ahead and put everything in the dryer so we get those sheets nice and clean before tonight and get them back on her bed.
Filling the spaces within. Running around, are we there yet? Music is not where we all met. Oh, let's freeze time. Gather around, watch the sun go down. Oh, in summertime.
Okay guys, it's a little bit later. It's like 3:50 now. I had woke up with a bad headache today and I was trying to get the cleaning video filmed for you guys, and then I like crashed halfway through it. I just like went into a migraine, but I'm feeling a little bit better now and I still have chores I need to get done. So the next thing I'm going to be working on is my wall calendar. I like to keep that up to date and we're about to switch over into the new month, and so I'm going to go ahead and get that updated. Obviously there's not going to be that much to put down because we're all stuck at home and there's no appointments and no dance and all that, but I definitely just want to get it nice and fresh for the next month. So that's what we're going to go ahead and tackle now.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better. When I look at what I've done, now that
When I'm planning for the month, I like to go ahead and lay it down on my island. You're going to see me write some notes down. Basically anything that I had written on there that I need for the next month, I write down so I don't forget it. Since I'm going to be erasing everything, you can either write it down, or if you have a lot of reminders on there, go ahead and just snap a picture. So then when you like write April or your next month down, you have all those dates saved. That is one issue with like a dry erase board. If you don't have it on paper and you erase it, it's gone. So I try to always make notes. And then typically I plan like a week's worth so that I don't mess up with my hand. Like if I were to put all the dates down and then go back up towards the first when I would write, it would erase it. Does that make sense? And I also like to grab my desk calendar from my bedroom to write stuff down. This time it didn't take near as long just because we don't have that much going on. All the dance classes are canceled. So I did write in a few like sponsorship stuff and just things I needed to remember, but you can just see I kind of go week by week, but this time it was super easy. So here in a second, you're going to see a clip of me writing church down on every Sunday. Just so you know, we are able to do church online. I didn't want you to get worried and think we're going into a building. It is canceled right now, so we just get to watch our service online, which is very helpful. I'll leave that link down below in my description box, so if you're unable to attend yours right now, you could definitely check ours out. And then I'm going to go hang it back up, and then I'm going to come back and just grab all the things that go with it so I can keep it next to it. I like to keep my supplies right next to my calendar just so I can modify it as needed. Okay, now the next space I'm gonna work on is, well, it's not for me, it's Chase. So when we move this in here, I always hang this on the wall, but we had been doing so much rearranging. I said just leave it there just in case I rearranged again, but it's been there I think finally long enough that it's gonna stay in here a while and I kind of have everything set up. And the biggest part is when I go to like unplug something, it leans it forward and it scares me that it's gonna get broke or Savannah's gonna knock it. So Chase is gonna go ahead and hang this on the wall so it's not like resting on my desk. Okay, so now we solved the problem that it's not gonna like, this can bump, it can move, I can pull my straightener and blow dryer like in and out, it's not gonna fall. But what I forgot is I had all these wires hiding behind it on my desk, so now I've got to find a way to hide these. Completely forgot about that, so I'm gonna work on that now and see if I can come up with a solution, because I hate wires, I hate cords, so I have to find a way to hide them really well.
I belong to you.
I belong to you.
Do just what you want. You're the one I trust. And I always be around when I need some loving, baby.
Okay, if you don't like cords or wires, shipping packing tape is like gonna be your best friend. I use it all the time. Basically what I'm gonna do is tape this back cord or this black cord to the back of this all the way down so you don't see it. And then I went ahead and just put all the cords here. Luckily I already have a trash can here, so it's gonna hide it really well, just to kind of camouflage it. I don't have to have this white cord. I could just plug the black cord into it, but I just don't like seeing the black cord underneath here. This is called a sleek socket. They're on Amazon. I have them everywhere. They're perfect if you have like outlets where you're gonna see stuff plugged in, or behind furniture and you can't like push your sofa or dresser or whatever it is all the way flat against the wall. It's perfect because you can, and then you can tuck the outlet somewhere else. So I have those in my store if you're curious, but I'm gonna finish on taping this and then I'll show you an after. Okay, so here is the finished product. I love that you don't see any of the black cords or just a ton of things hanging down. Obviously you see that one little white cord, but it could be like a black one plugged into the wall. So that's the best I can do. It doesn't bother me like that. I'll kind of show you from the side. That black cord is just taped right there along the back leg of that desk so that you can't see it, and it just hides it really well. So that's how I do the majority of my wires around here. So here is what the meatballs look like. They smell delicious. I do need to fix like the rest of the sides to go with it, but I thought you guys would be curious on how they look when they're done, but they are so good. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here since I'm not feeling 100%, but I don't want you guys to be concerned. Headaches and migraines run in my family. I actually get them quite often. It's just not like right in the middle of filming, so I will be okay when you guys are watching this live. I'm probably back to normal. I wanted to go over my schedule with you guys because I kind of tweaked it a little bit, but on this channel I've been posting Sunday and Wednesday at 7:30 Standard Central Time, and then over on my vlog channel I've been posting on Tuesday and Friday at 7:30 Standard Central Time. Just in case you guys are curious, I've kind of been messing with it a little bit, and that seems to be what's working best. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to both. We're going to be doing a lot of like DIY and even home projects and home upgrades, and they're going to be on both channels just depending on the way I film it. I don't even know which one I'm going to be posting it on yet, and I don't want you guys to miss out on those. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.